DMHub's new translation system allows you to translate DMHub into different languages. The translation system can be found from inside the compendium. We have this new translation section. When you go here, you can create a translation by hitting the plus button, and then that will create a new language that you have translated DMHub into. We have a pretty substantial Portuguese community from Brazil, so I am going to use that as my example language. So you type in the name of your language and then you give it an ID. And down here, we scan through DMHub for all of the text in English. And every text entry will get an entry here, and then you can type your translation over here. It turns out that I myself do not know Portuguese, so I am going to use Google Translate. And you can click on these strings, and when you do, it copies it to the clipboard for you. On my other monitor, I am pasting into Google Translate, so I'm going to paste in that string, and then I'll also do this much longer string. And so these are both text for the Helm of Telepathy item we can see. And so we have my translation here. You can filter. You can search for specific strings if there's a specific string you want to find and translate, and you can also filter down so that you can only show strings that haven't been translated yet, or you can only show strings that have been translated. So this is really useful. For instance, once you're mostly done with your translation, to filter down to the strings that are still left. And you can page to different pages. So we see there's 55 pages worth of strings. So far, we only have text from inventory items. Once the translation system is proven out, we'll extend it to other or the entire game text ultimately of DMHub we want to make translatable. So we just translated the Helm of Telepathy, and I'm going to find that item. So it's here, and we'll see that I don't see a translated version. And that's because I'm not, although I have created a Portuguese translation, I have not set that as my active translation. If I go to my settings, now that I've created this Portuguese translation, we'll see that there's this new language setting, and I can choose Portuguese down here. And now that I've done that, if I go to my items, we'll see that my item is now translated into Portuguese. And once you've done this, you might say, well, that's great, but I also want to share it with other people. This hooks into our module system, so you can publish a module with your translation. And you'll see that you get this translation info section when you create a module. So you can say, yes, I want to add my Portuguese thing to my module, and then you can publish your module, and it will show up for people in the module section, and they can download it and they can install your translation, and then they will get to set to be using Portuguese as well.